we can just get everybody together in one place and, as you say, kind of get that creative connection on.
As I listened to Matt talk about this previously, about sort of sparking that enthusiasm, that passion, that that 300 years worth of experience that the studio heads have, that you are looking to bring together these folks who have a passion and then give them tools and resources, not just, hey, why don't you two make a game together, but TV, we talked about studios going to each other for, hey, I want my guns to feel more like they do in the id game, or we're working on some new feature in our game that's new to us, kind of like Greedy was just talking about. Yeah, that is a big part of it.
It's absolutely a big part, and even to the point of the midwinter meetings, as much as it is an ability to kind of show what we're working on, show the progress to the company and be excited by that. It's also kind of like a mini GDC, a game developers conference, where you can actually get from, world, recognized, experts on a topic. And so we'll have little breakout sessions and meetings and summits. And, we've also looked to expand those throughout the year because it is a phenomenal resource. We have some incredible talent, in animation, in AI, in engine and rendering technology.
No, I can't hear you. No, I can't hear you.
Oh, really? Oh, I see.
Yeah. Thank you. I love you too. I love you too.
That must be... Bay.
I'm gonna go on YouTube now. Talk to you later.
A bloody trail. Someone was dragged towards the cliffs.
Yeah. They be on fucking side.
Me too.
This man didn't drown. He was stabbed to death here on shore. This looks like the place. Looks like the followers of Ares.
Run! Oh. No, no. Fuck.
Resources, stability, and support to make it happen. Now, game development is complicated and challenging, so it wasn't always smooth and almost never easy. But there simply wouldn't be a reboot of Doom in 2016 or its sequel Doom Eternal, released last year, without Bethesda's unwavering faith in the team it is. And it started at the top with Robert. His investment in our people and studio was always personal and genuine. You couldn't help but want to make him and the rest of the company proud. Over the years, some of the most memorable and rewarding moments have come when that pride is also shared with an incredible community of gamers at our annual QuakeCon event here in Dallas. In 2014, we debuted our vision for a new approach to an audience of 3,000 fans. And because that was so much fun, we did it again in 2018 with Doom Eternal. In both instances, the unbridled passion and enthusiasm for what we were doing has provided our team years of inspiration and motivation.
They do make
As
good
gamers,
games.
We see how important communities are to Xbox, so we can't wait for our new colleagues to experience their first QuakeCon. Since acquiring it, Bethesda has added a number of other incredible teams to their family of studios, several of which we've been fortunate to work with more intimately. In particular, our friends at Machine Games are close collaborators on id Tech.
Machine Games helping everyone out, mate.
Work with the most recent Wolfenstein games. We've experienced firsthand how valuable it is to share ideas,
Skyrim,
technology,
dude. What didn't they do?
experience with our sister studios, and can't wait to now expand that relationship with Xbox. As we like to say at the studio, we're grateful for all that has come before, but driven by what's ahead.
This looks like the place.
We couldn't be more excited to start this new chapter with Bethesda and Xbox.
Looks like the followers of Ares.
It is the thing about Doom.
Nothing cool has happened yet, dude. They literally massively teased that they're going to announce something new at E3 this year, which is going to be Starfield. That's like the biggest thing that's come from the way.
Like, it's just so clear. And
It's like you spend time with them.
spend time with the game, and it just pops. Like, it's so clear. And then when you think about their capabilities, I think about them collaborating and working and talking with the Coalition and Free Force 3, just like the first-person shooter space that we have, studios that are there, I think it's kind of an amazing capability. The other thing I get really excited about is we haven't really talked about the future of it, and what could that mean inside. Obviously, we've got a ton of studios doing a bunch of different work. I love the way Marty talks about they've collaborated with studios on Intech. I just think about that to the next level. What can we do inside of our organization with Intech, with one of the best game engines out there, and just making so many levels realize
It is amazing because we didn't just get this incredible library of IP. We've got all these amazing
Imagine if
people.
someone
We're
uses
so
the new Elder
ridiculous.
Scrolls 6 engine to make like a new crazy RPG game.
And it's
Not even from
very
Bethesda,
special
just
to
their
see work
If it's
at
good.
that event. Marty mentioned,
Fingers crossed.
showing off Doom 2016 to 3,000 people. I was there, and I can tell you that the excitement was off the charts.
it was religious. It was like
It
a
was.
religious experience.
It was religious. It's like a cult. Love it. What a great description.
Those 3,000 people were the first people in the whole world to see the game.
Yeah.
We didn't do some big media event. It was
Fans
like
first.
fans first. And these are the kind of interactions that we like to have. They come to that show year
Fans
after
are real,
year.
mate.
And so they were the people
You get
that
the
we
honest
wanted to
feedback.
show it
Well,
to
and
first.
Los, as you were saying, sort of that two-way conversation, it's also important to point out we showed 3,000 people Doom 2016 for the first time. Not a single thing leaked from anyone.
What?
They said, put your phones down, this is just for you.
Huh?
Every single one of them said, we get it.
Open it.
We're totally on board. And like to be able to have a studio extend that level of trust to a fan base and have the fan base reciprocate and say, hey, we're down. Like we won't take screenshots or videos or it's part of what I think makes all of this so special.
One of my favorite moments over the last 16 years.
For sure, man. And as we said, id Software was the first acquisition
Excited
we
for
made,
Software
but
one, guys.
that sort of started to snowball pretty quickly. And shortly after that, we had Machine Games come on board.
Religion of God out. They knew they'd be smited by Todd if they didn't obey.
Tango down in Japan, where 1, 2, 3 right after. So let's talk a little bit about all of those studios coming on board and what they do. Because Phil, you were just talking about shooters, which is something obviously it knows very much, but their tech and their work went across all of those studios I just mentioned. Machine Games coming in and including Wolfenstein, this iconic franchise.
Because the New Order runs on Intech, right?
Yeah, everything Machine Games has done has run on Intech, and Machine Games collaborating with them set a standard for collaboration among studios that they then did with the game. So it was really interesting to see all of these folks come in together and sort of grab onto what we had started to establish with ECS and then DOS and then software.
This video is anti-clickbait, yeah.
I'm Pierre Gustafsson, executive producer at Machine Games. Machine Games just turned 10, and we are still
Didn't want to
amazed
clickbait
at the
it.
opportunities we've
How
had
did
to
you-
make our own unique style of games, and the
What is
incredible
going on
community
there?
of players who enjoy them. When I
What a
think
great
back to the
precedent.
early stage of Bethesda, long before we became part of the
Looks like the followers of Ares.
We've been going for an hour. I appreciate the game talking about like sort of sad stuff, and then you guys are more just like I've got the Woodford Reserve currently drinking, but more importantly, I've actually been able to like which even I've blended with Viking beer. You can't buy the same. Very good, very nice.
A survivor.
Wolfenstein is a fantastic game. I didn't play the new one with the sisters, but bringing together different parts and features to make I played the other two and they were great. An important part of that is the story. And we made our mark building a diverse cast of characters around our national language as he fought Nazis around the world. An hour long so far. We're going to do one for our first game. Wolfenstein is more like that.
Oh no. Come on, lose those bastards. There we go.
Please accept this drachmia thanks. I tried to trade it for my freedom, but those crazy malacas only wanted my blood.
It's another fisherman.
Didn't have as many representational avatars. All of that is just super important to us. It's not quite the same game that any other person would make, and to have the right partners that support us through that is just critical. And it's really the culture that does this setup, that Robert Altman set up, that makes us feel safe to run in the directions we want to run in. So for us, being part of the Xbox is very similar to when Arcane first joined with Bethesda. You know, it was like, hey, here's a partner we trust, here's a partner who wants to make good games, and it's just like you can't do creative work unless you feel like somebody has your back, somebody's setting up the right environment for you. And at the end of the day, at the end of your career, it's not about, you know, which awards you won or how much money you made. It's really about those moments where the players tell you what it was like for them to experience a particular character or particular combat or particular stealth moment. It's just so powerful when they talk about how the game has impacted them and their lives. Our goal is just to keep doing what we love and keep making players happy.
Hi, I'm Liam Rekaba, I'm game director at Arcane Lyon, and I believe I have a different perspective to share because I joined Arcane after Bethesda acquired us. I joined a studio that I admired deeply because they made a very specific type of game.
Silent snake. What's going on? We will bring this evil creature to justice.
They're lost in paranoia. They think I sacrificed my year to the creature in the forest.
Hold your forked tongue. This walking curse is in league with the writhing dread. She just looks scared to me.
Please, the creature took Lygia. If I die here, who will save her?
I'm drinking my stick. My own blend of whiskey.
Because they believe in the kind of games we make. But now we had more means, we had more firepower. It was the opportunity to step up our game. And yes, there was challenges, there was hard discussions, but it was always with the goal of making the best arcade game possible.
That tries to stop me.
What are you saying?
I also
She will
remember
lead you
our
to the
first
petrified
winter
temple.
meeting. It's where the heads of studio gather together in Maryland, they present their projects.
Heartless. Unknowable.
We must end this girl before she leads the writhing dread right to us.
And of course online.
So long ago.
The forest, where the creature lives. Where is it?
Beyond the petrified temple.
So my first thought was, wow.
What dark
And
crash?
the second one was to myself, we are not the exception here.
If this writhing dread has let Lygia live.
Exactly
The
what
girl's
they should
coming.
do.
She's
It's
whispered
in their own way.
citizens and needs interlock.
Over the years, I've gone from admiration to working with the studios, collaborating with my team several times, helping out to developing Youngblood, which is nice because it was always a choice, not a demand. Make connections, we shared our mutual admiration, and it was an opportunity to learn from each other while supporting each other's artistic vision. So, I do have one major challenge that might only get worse as we join the experiment. I still get pretty starstruck around my peers. Like, for instance, I become extremely awkward when I come to
He's a god, who wouldn't be?
And maybe they cannot tell because I'm so French, but it's pretty bad.
I'm so French,
yeah, it's
I
just
can't
what
say.
I'm on at Xbox. Now I get to be weird and awkward with you all.
You're a fucking legend now, isn't it?
Safe?
That mocap looked like Skyrim. Yeah, that's what I thought, but it's something like Arcane, so it just seemed like a weird thing to have there.
You know,
And also
I don't
animation
want to
wasn't
call
the
you
same.
forever.
My name's Brice.
Alexios.
Legia's waiting for me, Alexio.
Then let's not disappoint.
From our sanctuary.
And yourself.
It's not safe here. Will it be the city?
Deathloop is basically double trial stealth attack. That sounds sick. Read the subtitles. Pod is divine indeed. Clavicus Farm. The Mask of Clavicus. Over the years, gaming is not as good as it used to be. I think that is very wrong. I think nostalgia plays a huge role. When you had time for gaming when you were a kid, like, those are the games you kind of remember best as well. Well, this video is going to get copyrighted with that song in the background.
I just have to say, it's so nice to see all their faces. I know it's on video, but I miss them all. I just have this unique privilege of being able to travel the world, to spend time with these studios, and I don't know if everyone knows that we have all these studios around the world. So it's
and we have this interesting thing where we look for some sort of common DNA. I guess you would say in terms of what they're about or what they're trying to do, but you can also tell in listening to these folks. Like, well, in one video, you've got the guy who invented survival horror, some folks who took Wolfenstein, which had no dialogue, and suddenly it's got who invented the character in arcade, what they do. Like, it's that sort of being able to diversify while still having some sort of core DNA and some shared identity.
Yeah, definitely as you're watching all of the pieces, you feel some common threads that come out. One is trust and confidence. Robert's mentioned a lot the way that Bethesda supported teams to do new things. And we've said this in Xbox as we've been planning for this moment for so long. This is an opportunity for us to learn
how it comes back and just like
from a team that's done work incredibly well.
And that's
you've worked with such a diverse set of studios, giving them a sense of confidence. And you heard the stories that allow them to go and try new creative things in different ways, not stay safe. Like, that's the goal.
I really want that
aspiration that we have. We don't need 15 games that are trying to do the same thing. We would like to try 30 different things. Across 15 different games. It's even more now when you think about all the studios. So I love just listening and learning from what you and the teams have built, and hearing the sense of confidence that the teams have. We can go try to do new things. We can go work with another partner that we have and learn from that. Really amazing work, and I just can't wait to learn more and more about how you've done that over the years.
Now, I do want to highlight one thing, which is we have 2 more studios that we haven't talked about yet, and there's a reason for that, which is, well, they're not working on games that we're ready to talk about, so, and they just acquired, but we need to mention our colleagues up in Wisconsin and in Nova Scotia as well.
Yeah, so Roundhouse Studios joined us last year, and like Pete said, they're in Wisconsin, and then we also added another mobile studio to the family called artfact. So
they're working on
ready to talk about what they're up to.
mobile game.
Secret project. Come on, that's what
I guarantee it. I fucking guarantee it.
Well, they're in Nova Scotia, and they're amazing. They're the envy of everybody else.
Texas.
I guarantee
we cover everything's ready, right, guys?
I'm ready to go to Tokyo.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, go see Tango, a studio that I just have such respect for, the history of the creations there. I've talked for a long time about our desire to have more first-party presence in Japan. This is a great step forward. So, I mean, just thinking about the map of where these teams are and about all the games we're working on, but I can't wait to spend more time with the Tango team and get to know them.
You may have forgotten about one important studio that we haven't heard from yet.
Oh, Bethesda Game Studios. You wanted to talk about them?
Yes, I know we had Todd here with us earlier, but Ashley also shared some messages
Then you'd
with
both
us
be
about
trapped
the
inside.
studio there.
Together.
You were searching.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Ashley Chang,
What
the
do you know
managing
about
director of
this
Bethesda Game
Lygia
Studios.
is a daughter of Artemis.
I'll find it.
There's also a mercenary, a man who claims he killed the creature.
Impossible.
But many believe him. He might know something.
On behalf of the over 420 developers across all our studios in Montreal, Austin, Dallas,
Don't wear that
and
Starfield
Rockville,
shirt
I'd like to
anymore.
thank the leadership team at Xbox and Microsoft.
Or is it under there?
Warm welcome to the Xbox family.
You know, when we started 20 years ago, we were like an indie rock band.
How to get into
Small
the
team of
lair.
around 40 developers. We had the complete freedom to make the kinds of open-world role-playing games that we're known for today.
No.
This amazing studio that I'm privileged to work at is a testament to the leadership of our creative visionary and studio head, Todd Howard. It's also a credit to Robert Altman, who we will miss very much. Without his trust and support, we would not be the studio we are.
It really was on scene, wasn't it?
One of the reasons for our success, we've made a lot of games together. I believe the value of a team is the sum of the problems they've solved together. The more games shipped together, the stronger the team gets. After Morrowind, rather than immediately work on a direct sequel, Todd had a grand vision for what our studio could be. And we asked ZeniMax if we could spend the next 4 years to make our next game. As always, Robert and the rest of ZeniMax gave us the support and trust to accomplish that vision. The next game was Oblivion. And that was the start of an amazing industry-leading run. Not just for us, but also for Bethesda and ZeniMax too. Today, the team working on Starfield have all worked on several open-world RPGs together. This shared experience and chemistry doesn't happen overnight. It takes a lot of time, a lot of hard work.
I never seen that before. That was
our relationship with Xbox starts back at our indie rock days too. We were working on Morrowind, and we weren't sure if anyone would want to play this kind of game on a console. But Xbox team said yes, and they were supportive from the start. They even did the disc layout for us, which is something we had no experience doing. Ever since, Xbox has been a great partner, always ready to help solve problems like figuring out how to optimize performance. The hardware.
We should have put the teleprompter up here.
Pushing other boundaries, like letting our modding community share full Skyrim and Fallout 4 mods on Xbox.
Friendly dragons.
Since Morrowind, we watched ZeniMax grow all around us. We grew too as a studio, and as more and more studios joined the family. We have worked with ZeniMax Online Studios from the start on the Elder Scrolls Online, a relationship that continues today. What they've accomplished with that game is remarkable and a huge inspiration to us.
Massive.
The spirit of mutual admiration and support has been an important part of ZeniMax across all the studios. We have all contributed in big and small ways to each other's games, and we continue to be each other's biggest fans. As we work on our next generation of games, we can think of no better place to be than here at Xbox. No matter how crazy the idea, the team at Xbox always says, yes, let's try it. On behalf of everyone at BGS, I want to thank everyone who played Morrowind back in the day, and every game we've made since. Sincerely, thank you for playing our games.
Not the team
We couldn't
before,
have done it without your support, and we hope you were excited to see all the great things we're working on for the future. Thank you.
A bit of an odd one. Did 2 Elder Scrolls games
so Phil, as Ashley mentioned, obviously a big part of our relationship really is owed to the Morrowind product and us working with you all and saying, hey, we're going to stop doing just PC-only stuff and try this
team
console
today
thing
is
and
a
see how that
Morrowind
works
team,
out.
pretty much.
You know, for me, as a player of your games, you've always challenged yourself. If I think about whether it's bringing a traditional PC genre to console, the work you've done around VR, around streaming, around modding on console, like it's hard for us as a platform to think about the pushes that we've had from publishers that said, we want to go try something. And at first, of course, we're defensive. Well, I don't know about that. And then we start to think and work together. So many of those innovations, not just for Xbox, but in the game industry, were born right here at Bethesda. And it's, I think about the path forward and that continued push for us to evolve our platform and service is going to be fantastic.
Well, and I think that's part of where some of that excitement comes from, right? Which is being a developer and having this kind of passion and even getting to work more closely hand in hand with the folks who are making those decisions, pushing those technologies, whether it's streaming or console power or whatever it is, that, you know, it is different when you're inside versus external.
I mean, one of the things Todd and I were actually talking about this morning was to be able to sit down with the teams here and go through our 10-year roadmap, which almost by definition is wrong because we don't know what's going to happen 10 years from now, but we have an idea, like we have some plans, and to have that full disclosure with stuff that's just kind of crazy spaghetti on the wall ideas and stuff obviously that's sooner, that's a little more solid, hopefully, and to share that with you and get the feedback. I think Sarah did a good job talking about the fact that we used to always bring our console here first. We bring it under a shield of darkness, and then bring it, and then watch Todd give us kind of the thumbs up and thumbs down on the design of our console. But that's feedback when you're inside of your own bubble. It's easy to believe what
I remember getting to see the new Xbox when I went to Warhorse Studios.
Everybody on the team.
Because they had it, because they made a game for it, and if they had more in the
studios have a trust bubble with themselves, willing to share stuff with their siblings.
Can't do that. Don't tell me all about that.
To me, this expanded the people smart people that we can talk to about the plans that we have that have a shared.
We have loads of them because they're like developing the game for it and like testing it out. And the game testers have like.
I think so. I'm just incredibly excited for the future. I'm so happy that you took the time to come visit us here in Maryland. I look forward to learning from you, from working with you on this summer event that we've promised now. It's just the future's exciting.
We officially can start working together today.
Yes.
Right? This is day one.
First meeting right after this.
And it's genuine. The Phil says, like, don't be shy. Give us the feedback. We want to
learn. High bunch. We're already doing the marketing right here, boys.
And I'm excited to meet even more players.
There is a lot of fans on our side that have grown up. Huge fans of it. So no shortage of love on our.
Yeah, quite the fan.
Aaron, any final thoughts?
No, I just listen. I'm the marketing guy, so I'm just going to sort of say, listen, this is the start. So I would say that we haven't gotten everything figured out yet. We're now officially able to work together. I think what we've achieved between the teams, to have 20 games to be able to go in as a gift for fans to celebrate this moment is really special. That is a lot of work. So we're trying to get these up, and a lot of these are older games that we're getting up and running on PC Game Pass and things like that, but I think it's a great gift for fans, and so I think we're really excited about that. As Aaron said, we're excited to go jointly work on stuff together as we think about big beats together. Think about all these studios under one umbrella. We talked about
have like a new
the greatest RPGs ever made, the greatest RPG creators now all
like
part of one team.
That'd be nuts.
The greatest shooter tech, the greatest shooter franchises all part of one team. Beyond that, the innovation and the creativity and the deep storytelling. And so it's just an incredible time to be an Xbox gamer and to be in this industry. And so I couldn't be more excited.
Same. Feel the same, Phil? I'll start. I know this is something we're doing for everybody to watch, but I'd be remiss if I didn't start with the teams here. And what a commitment we have, and I have personally, to building an environment and a culture where creators feel like they can absolutely do their best work. And that is something that's at our core. It's something that Robert and I talked a lot about leading into this, of how do we go create a world-class creative organization together, and kind of in his memory, I want to deliver on it. And I have a commitment to that, to the teams here. And the result of that for the millions of people who love playing games, who love what we're doing at Xbox, is that you're going to get an amazing set of games to go play. From genres across the board, as you said, Aaron, amazing detail, the concentration on the craft. And this is all about the mission that we have.
There's the temple on the hill.
To unite people across the planet. 3 billion people playing video games. We want to ensure that anybody who wants to will be able to experience the great games that we're going to build together. Whether that's the technology that we're pushing on or business models to ensure that more people have access to the voices of different creators, different perspectives, telling their stories on our platform. I'm just a fundamental believer in the power of video games to help bring this planet closer together, and I think it's a time when we need it, and I love what we're going to be able to do together here.
Perfectly said. We're so excited for this partnership and to get going. We've been chomping at the bit for a while, and can't wait. We got some really exciting stuff coming.
Publicly speaks for his job, right?
So thank all of you for joining us today. Thanks to everybody who tuned in to watch. We appreciate your time. We hope you enjoyed a little look at sort of who we are and what we're bringing to the table as Bethesda and Xbox come together in this amazing new partnership, and we can't wait to see what's next. So thank you all for joining us. Take care,
guys. Well done. That was a good little interview. So what's this?
Detected.
Oh.
Iris, what's happening?
It's a Gears of War.
External camera 15.
Is this a meme?
Camera 10.
It's a meme. Xbox are making memes. Oh, yeah, boy. Well played. Oh.
That song's gonna get copyright strikes. Gotta mute that. But I like it. I think it's good what they've done here, and I think it's exciting. So some of the announcements did drag on, were a little bit like not necessarily relevant to, I don't think fans really understood what they're talking about with the inside details. Pretty went straight over some people's heads, but it's cool, like developer-wise, that they're like talking, I guess, for other companies as well, what it means to be a part of the Xbox family and how they can all work together to achieve different things with sharing game engines and stuff like that is pretty amazing. Like maybe we see something come out like a new RPG game using the new Elder Scrolls 6 game engine, who knows? But biggest takeaway from that whole stream was the fact that they said this summer we're going to have a big reveal and we're really working on marketing for it. We already, I mean, I've been speculating since last year that Starfield's coming this year, and I'm pretty certain now that that's
Tell me how you were able to defeat the creature.
Especially they'll be announcing it at E3. Wouldn't be surprised if it comes out announced with a mobile game as well. Everyone ready? Still playing that song, sorry. What about exclusivity? Well, we know that all the new games are going to be releasing on the Xbox Game Pass and it is game for a service going forward.
I gotta take it because I need it.
And we know, yeah, it's coming out on PC as well. Thanks for watching. There we go. Fantastic, guys. I hope you enjoyed the live stream. Skyrim 2, yeah. Howard was there. Fantastic. Starfield Christmas. Wouldn't be surprised if it's like November release of Starfield this year. We'll see the gameplay around the Howard stage. Yeah. 20, 21, 12, 21. No, that'd be way too close to Christmas. But it's a lovely date, but I do not think so. I think it'll be like November. But guys, I hope you enjoyed the stream. Drop a like before you go, and I have been releasing daily TikTok videos actually. Daily like Skyrim tips and tricks on TikTok. Link down below. I think it's ESO, no, it's Danny.ESO if you want to check them out. So I'll end the stream here. Thank you so much for joining and watching. It was a pleasure to hang out with you guys again. Just chat with Ezra, company love, and hope to see these things through. And I know we all want Starfield to be a rated success, and we all want the next Elder Scrolls 6 game to be a rated success. I mean, the RPG I really built this channel on, and I believe we can work together with that. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Drop a like before you go if you've got a moment, and goodbye.
Nothing special about this spear.
Hello?
Yo.
Are you here?
I'm about to pull up, bro.
Oh yeah? Hold on, let me save this
Like
game.
30 seconds, though.
Yeah, let me save this game.
Alright.
Yeah, I was playing some Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Same one you were playing earlier?
Yeah,